It's 7 o'clock.
I'll guarantee you paid a lot more than Killer.
I'm calling this meeting to order at 7 o'clock. Let's all rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No protesters.
All right, approval of minutes from the previous meeting. You don't have a set?
No, approved.
You ready? Okay. So what'd you think of them? Were they any good? Okay.
Like this last month too.
It was a short meeting.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
I didn't notice anything. Oh, D, are there any typos?
You know, I really didn't pay attention this last time. And it's been so long since I read it. Let's put it this way, nothing that really stood out.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
So do you want a motion that we approve?
Do I have a motion to
Yes, you
approve?
do.
Oh, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none? Minutes are approved. All right. Financial report to so 3/12/6/092. Well, as Al and I went through the bills, the Empire Electric bill jumped out at us and bit us like a snake. But the project is done. It's important. We had to do it. So now we got to pay the piper. Yeah.
That, for those of you that don't recall, that was converting the old converting the power station into true three-phase and combining the plant and the pump station into one utility. Where we had 2 meters before and 2 services, we had one true three-phase all the way through, and replaced all power from the poles into the buildings
Yeah.
that were at risk.
Whole
For it.
swap.
Yep.
Talk about no conduit.
And I'm pleased with that, because I was expecting closer to 30,000. I don't want to say that because I don't want the vendor to hear that, but
Yes.
oh, we left money on the table. But the other bill there is $4,000 for the city of Holden. That's for the materials for Lexington Street,
Yep.
where we replace that sewer line. Everything else is kind of common, routine.
Yeah.
So we made money if you don't look at those two,
Yeah.
the normal stuff.
And for the last 2 months, we've banked money, you know, knowing this was coming. We just said,
Yeah.
For the 4,000 with the city, we've known about that for quite a while.
yeah.
I don't think we finally approved that till last month, did we? The actual amount.
I think we added to it. I think
We added
an
to
amount
it. We added the
approved, and then we had
500
add
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
For the milling.
Yeah.
And that's what we did for that.
3,500 was the original.
Mm-hmm.
And we just added a little more to it.
500.
Still, what was it?
Yeah, the street looks
Keep it
good.
in the city.
Mhm.
Yeah, the street does look good.
As long as those gas people don't tear it up.
They did finally fill that hole up by us.
Yeah, I know. It's about time.
I got a hole about that big in front of my house.
All right.
Second Street.
I know.
They had a metal plate in there and it's gone.
All
But they
right.
drilled them plugs for it.
Anybody want to see any of this stuff before I ask for a motion to approve the bills and pay them and all that?
603.
Pro forma?
Yeah, what is that?
Look at the invoice, I don't know. what-
It's forms, because we asked Sam.
Yeah, we asked the same question.
It's
Billing forms?
the bills, yeah.
It's billing forms, pro forma. Oh, I didn't.
That's
know.
like a once a year.
Do you want to
Sam.
see it?
I think they got that for the year or? Okay. Sam, we got all the building stuff in here. I mean, all the cards and stuff go out. Okay.
Did you want to see it?
No.
All right, that's fine.
For the water.
We asked the same things.
Yeah. Yeah, we asked the same question. Do I have any further? Do I have a motion to approve the bills and pay them?
I'll motion.
All right,
I'll second it.
all right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Let's pay the bills. Old business, sewer system. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'll say that we have the endless challenge of rainwater in the storm sewer. Rainwater in the sanitary sewer.
Right.
And there's a couple of ways of approaching that. Trust me, and this is everywhere in the nation. And you can spend millions of dollars trying to clean that up and you still have rainwater getting into your sanitary sewer. And so we had we got to see how our stormwater management through the Sager system was working, and it's working just exactly as we anticipated. We got a 5-inch rain in an hour, you may recall. And it flooded out. In fact, that's the only time I've ever seen water run over the berm into the lagoon from the waterway beside it. So we may be looking at raising the berm or rechanneling that water to get away. But 5 inches an hour, I've never seen that before.
Rare occasion.
I've seen 6 inches in a day, and I've seen 3 inches in an hour, but I've never seen 5 inches in an hour. And it was down. The interesting thing is that happened in the middle of the night, at 6 o'clock in the morning when I was heading to the sewer plant, the ditches were dry. It went down immediately.
Ran off,
So
yeah.
it came in like gangbusters.
Yeah.
And our Sager system, our lagoon was just at the point where it was about to go over, and I opened up the former effluent and relieved it. But the Sager system was taking 2.2 million gallons a day.
That's good.
And that's from 170,000 normal, and from a design of
Yeah.
300,000, it took 2.2 million with our stormwater relief equipment we put in. So in any normal rain, it's going to take it. It's going to relieve us,
Yeah.
and we're confident in that. But you know, you just can't prepare for everything that the good Lord made up.
Yep.
So, but I, that doesn't mean we turn our back on I.
I remember the smoke test and stuff.
I'm looking forward to going, yeah, exactly. And I'm looking forward to going through all the videos that we're receiving from the gas company exchange. And so we may do some smoke testing. The searching is not that expensive. When you find it, that gets expensive. And how do you deal with it? A ton of it is on private property. I don't know that equation. That's a toughie.
So it's on pumps or?
How do
Yeah.
other towns,
They're all in the same boat we're in.
but the ones that have we talked to towns that have handled this successfully, or have you read any articles about towns that have successfully handled this problem?
I've read few and far between. Successfully is the key there. I've talked to towns that have spent millions of dollars and they still haven't
Have a problem.
did it.
Because it's on private property.
No, just because you think you got it all cornered and you don't.
Jane.
And we were successful in Kingsville in that we sent letters out and we explained it to people.
Okay.
And we said, we will assist you in identifying what you have. And we smoked the whole town and we fixed everything that was the cities, and those that, we said, we will assist you, and those that had problems, we assisted them to find it and they fixed it.
Wow,
We told them
themselves?
what it meant, yeah.
Wow.
But it's more widespread here than it is there.
Yeah.
Their system wasn't near as severe
Yeah.
as Holden is. Holden's system is a 1930s vintage of vitrified clay pipe. The dozens of, over the years, the hundreds of water main breaks that we've had, you can bet we've had that many sewer main breaks, but you don't see it. And so if water finds its way into it,
Yeah, see through and.
we could be talking about replacing the whole system, and it would be astronomical
Oh, that'd be
at this
insane.
point. It would
Yeah.
be absolutely astronomical. So another thought is, of course, if we've got these videos, we've got a good eye on it. And the thing is, you know, avoid complete deterioration, keep the water flowing, the sewage flowing. And if we have a stormwater management plan in Holden that allows water to get away quicker, and in small towns, that's the theory that you're after.
Yeah.
In big cities, you have to throttle it as it goes through town. In small towns, if you can make it get away, it's money well spent. You know, give it a beeline. And so it wouldn't be that, you know, that would be money ahead. The more of it you keep on the surface and get it out, the
Yeah.
less risk we're in this sanitary sewer business. So there's a lot of ways for us to look at it as a community. So I'm just putting that out there. I haven't, you know,
So far, the
I'm
city,
giving you what I saw in a 5-inch rain.
the city is in charge of the storm sewer still, correct?
Yeah. There's stormwater. Stormwater is a city matter, but we're all part of the city.
And we all live
We
here.
can all work together to approach these things, and should. And so.
So have we done any kind of studies, comprehensive plans, anything?
Well, there's a comprehensive plan that says we should address this, and they did do a hydraulic analysis.
The city
Also,
or?
All State Engineering did some work, preliminary work on it. And so, really, a preliminary study of the holistic picture needs to be done, and then identify, okay, what can we do locally? You know, it's just like, it's the same thing with the water and sewer. Look at the miles that we've made in the water, replacing these old water mains by just going out and doing it locally. Replacing some of these sewer mains and eliminating a lot of these things by simply going and doing it one bite at a time. And so, in my thought, is that we could look at that as a community and say, what can we do? What can we do about stormwater ourselves? We have a lot of resources. We have a lot of local resources right here that we might get some volunteer effort. We might get, you know, you can identify what requires the professional effort and what can be done locally. And sometimes it's not rocket science. I mean, farmers manage their fields every day. They build waterways and drainage systems, and it's not rocket science. And we can do the same. And you put values on things like that. Okay, what's it cost? And some cities have a stormwater utility, and they actually charge you a tax by the inches of runoff you create on your property. If you have an acre of property and it's grass, it'll be one category. But if you have an acre of property and it's a parking lot, it's another.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much roof,
Raytown
how many
does that?
square inches of rooftop do you have on your property?
Yeah.
So it's all, it can happen.
We have a real property in Raytown, and they bill us for concrete parking lot, square footage of how much concrete it got, so they figure in how much of that.
They know how much an inch of rain's going down.
How much runoff, yeah, from,
And then we get our bill every month. So
And so you can go that far and then have a project, and of course, it's no secret, if you use public money, the price goes up on the project.
yeah. You know, prevailing wage.
But one bite at a time. And so from our perspective regarding sanitary sewer, you're going to see me coming to you with pictures, and we may look at smoke testing again. We smoke tested a couple of times in my career here, and we can do it again.
Yeah.
41 years, I've
Done a couple.
done a couple of them.
So how would, excuse me. Are you talking about smoking the whole town?
Oh yeah, Yeah, we all get a big box of cigars.
Well, I know how it's done, but I'm saying, is that how this would get started?
I like Antonio.
Or,
Yeah.
otherwise
Juliet's.
I thought we already basically know where
But it's changing.
where the individuals are and where the repairs need to be made and.
No, we don't. The last time we did it was in 04-ish. And we replaced 14,000 feet of sewer pipe that we discovered in that smoke testing process to be the worst. Well, things change, so that's 12 years ago. And so,
You talk about our clay pipe
because
sewer system.
the water goes up so fast, I is inflow and infiltration. Inflow is water is directly finding its way really fast, like through a footing drain, or a driveway drain, or a roof drain, straight into the sewer. Boom, it starts raining, 3 drops on a brick, and your water shows up in the sewer. Infiltration is that it's sifting down through the soil, and that means it's still coming in 2 days after the rain was over. It's creeping through the soil, it's migrating. So we've got both.
Yay.
But you're talking about raising the berm and stuff.
So, this isn't something that we're gonna go out here and we're gonna put on our uniforms and go to war and grab our picks and we're gonna battle this in these 18 months we're gonna be done. It's not gonna happen, but we're gonna continue to progress.
From our ionized standpoint. Okay.
It's something that can be done. Near term, like you said, raising the berm, at least cut down the hill,
Yeah.
direct that around the system.
Yeah,
and
the
into
more
creek after.
water, the less water you allow to get into the filtration zones, the faster you get away, you avoid problems in the sewage.
Water system? Anything
My water cleared up, that's what
Better.
new? Yeah,
We
it's tasting better.
We had a few breaks the weekend of the earthquake. We had another couple of breaks since then. We had one just this weekend, major. We found one of our booster pumps wasn't shutting down correctly, so we got rebuilt today.
Okay.
It was the valve that wasn't shutting down.
Oh, yeah.
So they had valves that close over 5 minutes.
Is that the one I saw you guys right there?
Now, that's the main line coming in.
So we push it too much pressure
And
through
that
the
valve shuts that, you see, when you're pumping, pump kicks off, and then the valve closes down. When it closes down, you kind of got water. I mean, you got water moving through there so fast, then when you shut it down, boom, and it makes a boom.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Whether it was that or some residual from the earthquake, it split the pipe for about 4 feet. Really, really well.
And that was where?
Right here on 9th Street.
I've seen the back.
Do you see a directional trend on these breaks as far as orientation?
Well, if typically if it's a pipe chemistry sort of a issue like old pipe, it just blow a hole outside. If it's a lot of times there'll be a clean break like you saw it too, like this, like it just went. Or maybe the earth had tension on it for a long time and it gave it up. And then there's splits. And to me, that's like pipe has been wrenched, or if it gets a hammer. Well, I'll tell you what, a split is more from a hammer or an inside pressure exceeds, because have you ever seen a frozen pipe?
Yeah.
And it splits, that's the same thing.
That's the same pressure on the split.
Because
Is that generally older pipe that's?
It'll do it on any end.
Yeah.
The reason it splits is if you've had a frozen pipe, the ice, the water shrinks as it's ice, but when it's it won't split till it starts to warm up. When it thaws out, the water swells.
expands.
Well, oh.
And it's sitting, the ice swells up and it splits, that literally splits the pipeline. Like my belt got a really big bowl of chili.
Yeah.
And so that's what the sign of a hammer is the split.
So it's a plastic pipe, no tolerant of
No,
pressure.
the difference in that is if the plastic pipe splits, it splits the whole 20-foot section.
Oh, okay.
Really? I didn't realize that.
A plastic, no tolerant.
Yeah. It can be less susceptible to chemistry issues, but more susceptible to physical.
Did not realize that. Anything else on water?
That's about it. Brakes was the big thing this month. Everything that takes owners check.
One quick question.
Our dams will be inspected here October the 24th.
Oh, okay.
Corps of Engineers does that every 4 or 5 years.
Good.
We recommend like the big, a lot of times we have to issue boil orders. Why do we ever boil order?
You issue, number one, on a brake, you don't issue a boil order. The only time you issue a boil order is if we find bacterial contamination. We have the ability to issue a boil advisory if we feel that there's a high possibility that contamination is coming. If we have to, we can like, well, most of the time we fix them hot. We never let them run hot.
Yeah, cheap water, I understand, I've seen that.
Yeah. And if we do, if we're able to isolate it completely, we have to shut it down and splice it a piece of pipe. We disinfect the pipe that we install. We disinfect all the pipe around it. Chlor, nice shot of chlor. No straight Clorox. Disinfect it. And put it together. We've got it isolated, and then we directionally flush it straight out before it goes anywhere else in the system. And purge all of the residual anything.
Okay.
And so, they can issue a boil advisory with service line of one house. So, we ruptured your service line. But residuals that we carry and procedures that we take, if it, for instance, if the whole town went down, we'd issue a boil.
Yeah.
We get the pressure back, and it takes us 3 days to flush everything. We can sample, decide, okay, we're like to have it off. When you do a boil advisory, there's a chain reaction of things that happen. Schools can't let the kids in the faucets, bottled water. You have a factory going on like Starbucks. In some cases, you got to shut down. Restaurants, if you're cooking with it, okay, as long as they know what they need to do. But it's an advisory. Means that there's a possibility, there's a reasonable possibility of contamination. So our procedures are, we get wet.
Okay. I've seen you guys repair them before, and I thought we were talking about a split, you're talking about a big split over here.
Yeah.
Then you just,
Yeah.
two guys, you isolate.
We were able to isolate it from this driveway to that driveway, period. And this fire hydrant was within that isolation. So nobody
Repaired
was at
it,
risk, but the
cleaned
little
it.
house right there and this building. And then we disinfected it with major chlorine.
Yeah.
Fill it up with water so the chlorine goes everywhere.
Dissolve it.
Parts per million, zap away. And then we literally scrub the pipe and put it, we swab it with highly chlorinated water inside.
Okay. I was curious about that.
Yeah, it's a procedure thing.
Okay.
And, so,
Okay.
New business? I'm sorry, Tony, is there anything else under old business that you want to bring up?
nope.
Okay, new business.
Nothing new?
I can't think of anything else. My mind is I've got some projects on my way. I did get your message about that fire. I did. This is a late night. My phone's got a new iPhone changed their thing, and I didn't recognize it. No big deal. I was looking at it. Well, we've been flushing hydrants. I just suspect that.
Okay, since you mentioned the hydrants thing, I saw when the guys were out flushing them and stuff and doing a, I don't know, pressure. Some of them are, how is it what can we do to get the pressure up at some of those that have lower pressure?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, when he emptied one right by my house, it didn't even shoot over to the street.
Well,
But further down the road, it shot over the road.
and I bet he didn't open it all the way
Yeah.
for some mechanical reason. But pressure, you're talking about volume. Pressure is dictated by the level of water out to the orifices coming out, that difference. So you're going to have the same PSI, pounds per square inch, in that neighborhood. And you will have, but as far as volume of water that can come out, that's dictated by the size of the pipe at that location. And like up at the street by the water tower, that's an 8-inch main.
Okay?
He's gonna blow 1,000 gallons a minute out of that thing. But if you go down south there to say all the way to 14th Street, that's 4-inch main, and you're gonna get 375 gallons a minute. 400. And that's just because of the size of the orifice. You've got the same pressure, but it's, and that's part of the issue with water hammer in regards to using these hydrants. If you're, for instance, when the fire department has a battle, if they're on, technically you're not supposed to get on a 4-inch hydrant, and they know which ones are which now, and they're very, very good at their practice and learn a few things. And so we load their trucks out of the fire hydrant up here right off of the 12-inch main, because the hammer, the problems that we've had in the past is if you're running, say you're running, trying to draw 500 gallons a minute in a 4-inch pipe, that water's moving X feet per second down that 4-inch pipe. But in a 12-inch pipe, it's only moving like this, way less, like probably 6 times slower. Well, it's that motion and that stop of that motion that creates the hammer that splits the pipe.
Right, I understand
So
that.
just like when you stop that 5 feet per second versus a half a foot per second or a foot per second, you're less likely to have that bulge, that compression, because of what the pipe does. So it's quite possible that they simply, because like if they flushed it recently, basically they're doing two things. They're wanting to exercise the hydrant and service it, and they're wanting to know what's the fire flow. Well, if it's 4-inch, they don't care what the fire flow is because they're not going to use it for a firefighting.
But after flushing basically for,
Yeah.
okay.
Just to clean the pipes, scour the calcium out of the pipes.
All right, so then people who have houses built for living in houses near hydrants, who get a better insurance rate because they have the access.
They don't.
They don't have access, actually.
No, they don't get a better insurance rate. The insurance rate comes into play when the overall city is tested for the ISO rating. ISO takes into consideration a lot of things. One of them is how much water is available to fight a fire, and how accessible is it throughout the majority of the city. So if the majority of our city has fire flows, we get a better high ISO rating. And if we have a lot of storage. And that can make a difference, But if your house is next to a fire hydrant, not actually, if the hydrant's a little further away from your house, it's safer for them to fight from.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to stand up next to the fire.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I hadn't thought
Pull
about
your,
that.
you don't want to pull your truck up there where you're gonna blister the paint.
Thinking of one of my neighbors with a hydrant in his
Yeah.
yard.
Well,
You have it.
I would think that they just pull the trucks back and just run the hoses up there.
Somebody's still gotta get up there next to that fire.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not talking about the hydrant right next to the house.
but yeah, well,
Yeah, there's all kinds of things
Yeah,
that go into
okay.
the dynamics on that
Okay.
fire rate.
Probably there's
Okay.
some opportunity, old business perhaps,
yeah.
the water tower, the land dispute, where we at?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna talk about that in executive session
Yeah, we'll have an
Okay.
executive session for that.
Okay.
When?
tonight.
Tonight?
No,
Yes.
I didn't plan on that.
What?
Well, quit jabbering and let's get on.
Yes, let's get on with it.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, comments from the floor. I know, Jim, you're just happy to be here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Sam, anything? Sergeant at Arms.
All Sam wants is his keys and his,
What about you,
the rest of
young?
his truck back.
Do you have any questions for us?
When's this meeting ever
Oh,
gonna
don't
end?
tell her no. She's entitled if she wants to.
Not where that's up
Oh,
here. Okay,
no.
you can leave.
I know your grandma if he gives you any trouble.
If you have any question, you go ahead and ask. Do you have a question? No? Oh. Well, next time, come with a question next time.
And then some.
Make it to go.
Clarence, you got anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, well,
I'd make a motion.
I second.
that we go into executive session.
We have to close out of our regular meeting?
Yeah, we adjourn the regular.
Oh,
meeting,
yeah, and then
That was my motion.
reconvene.
Convene,
Yes,
and then you reopen, then you
Oh,
adjourn in, and
heavens
convene,
above.
and then you adjourn.
yes, yes, okay. Okay, will somebody second the
Aye.
motion? Okay, all in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
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 Hearing no opposed, meeting is adjourned.
Give me a time,
You,
please.
7:32.
okay. Anybody need a 5-minute break or something?
No.
No, let's get this done.
Okay.
I promised I'd be over.
Catch you guys later.
And this
All right,
won't
thank
take,
you.
this won't take long.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever notes that we kept, Deanna, you gonna keep them?
Yeah,
All right. We give them to me tomorrow?
will
Now, you
do.
need a motion to go into this. don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Sure.
Yeah, to reconvene.